scene that I think gripped everybody was when you took off your face.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't took off my face. I put on my
Put
face.
on your face, yes. That was unbelievable. That was really.
It was actually not so much about the acting. It was much more about the editing, and it was a very technical thing to do. And we did it in a lot of different steps. And actually, this is one of those scenes I shot with 3 different directors. I started, of course, with the regular director. Was it Sammel, David Sammel? Was it episode 3 or 2? With the director, and then in second unit with Miles Dale, and then later with Guillermo del Toro. So, because they really took particular care of this, because one of those scenes they really, and I was really happy with the outcome of it. I must say I was happy. Just do these little pieces here and there, and then you wait for editing to do his job, When you see it actually and you see it works, it's really happy, But it's not in the moment you do it that you know.
Well, obviously also some of the best scenes in the first season were flashbacks to your history with a young Gabriel.
Thank you.
Do you think we'll be seeing more scenes like that in season 2?
Well, flashbacks look like a winner for this season. And if you have read the books, there is a lot of material which can't be told without flashbacks. Not only concerning my characters, concerning the whole mythology of the vampires, but concerning the characters, the flashbacks is a winner because it gives you production value in terms of understanding for the character. If you understand a character where it comes from, what he was before that, what he became, eye cost, subtraction, Palmer, whoever, or even, for example, one of those things everybody asks himself, who is this Quinlan? Where does he come from? Is he a good vampire? Is he a bad vampire? Why does he fight for the hero? So, the questions raised in the first season, and you can give answers to them through flashbacks. So, you see, I call it our incorporated time machine. It's our time machine, and we use it with parsimony, but we use it. And I'm grateful that my character has been in one of the focuses of interest for the audience. So of course we feel it, so we give credit to it, and we develop more material. But then the problem is redundancy. Don't do the same thing which you have done already. So yes, there will be flashbacks, but no, not the same. And yes, whatever you can think of will be surprised, because I was when I read the script. So there will be more.
In season 2, does his role change a little bit from what it was in season 1 in the modern day?
You'll see more in terms of who he really is, yes, in flashbacks, but also you haven't hardly seen him in action. It's told so often that he's so dangerous, but what have you seen? The stinger coming out, but that's a thing we know about all vampires. So we were asking ourselves about what particular supernatural strength he might have. So we developed this a little bit, but he's more in action also because just the plot or the whole strategy they're working for, he works for the realization of it. And there are obstacles in your own group. There is a growing conflict with Palmer, and there are growing problems to resolve concerning our plan. But still we keep on going with our plan. Everything goes according to our plans, as I always say, And obstacles are just challenges. They're not obstacles. So yes, the whole season is basically an intensification of conflicts, an intensification of character studies, and if you would condense the things more and more in order to make it inevitable that it explodes. Now it's preparing a nuclear power explosion, something like that, in terms of human conflicts, but also the conflicts between the good guys, you know. How do they fit as a group, the tensions, who loves whom and why not, stuff like that.
With a character like that, do you avoid the temptation of kind of going too over the top with him? Do the directors help you, or do you have like an internal control to kind of keep it?
It's both. I mean, the happiest thing that could happen to me for this character is to work in the very beginning strong with Guillermo. He knows his story and prepares it since 20 years. So he knows exactly what he wants, he knows where he wants to go. Then you have your own preparation and your own ideas, and you bring it in, and he works with you. And so I had a very strong base of preparation for the character. And I didn't know if it would work out, because it's basically a character constructed on reduction and not by adding stuff. He doesn't do any weird stuff. He just does nothing. And how do you assume doing nothing as an actor? You don't want to do nothing. You want to be brilliant. You know what I mean? So, so he helped me a lot. But now it's like coming back to a play we've played the season before and picking it up again for a second season in terms of character. So you know your character, and it's a little bit like sculpting with clouds. You have to frame it all the time, yet you need to let it go also, you know. So it's a tricky thing.
How will your relationship with Palmer change in the new season?
Well, there is no hope of change, I guess. It's a growing conflict. I mean, we're both comrades for the same fight, that's for sure. The big difference between him and me is I've already done the evolution he's looking forward to. So, but in order to get the final reward, you need to justify your existence as a humble servant. Palmer is a lot of things, but he's not a humble servant. And that's my conflict point with him. I mean, he's a self-made man, a CEO who couldn't stand anybody above him. That's how he grew up. I'm a follower of big father figures, leaders. I didn't become Nazi in order to become Hitler. I didn't follow Hitler in order to become Hitler, and I didn't follow the master in order to become the master. I need somebody above him who has a strong dogma to give to me, to feed to me, you know. So I might be the best of the generals, but I'm not an emperor. I might be a king, but not an emperor. So, what I could become, if the emperor tells me says so. So, but this is the conflict that continues to grow between both of them, because he goes right into the wall if he continues like that. Because knowing Palmer so well, I mean, it's kind of obvious. If ever Palmer would be at the right-hand side of the master, the first thing he would do is complot against the master, because the CEO can't stand the second CEO at his right side. You know? So that's the thing we have to resolve. Either he gets it or he doesn't. So that's the thing. I mean, Palmer, you're my friend. Listen to me. We're not friends. How dare you? So you see what's happening. That's what's happening.